make her Genjutsu cross style. Die 1,000 deaths. Let's go.
All right, everybody, welcome. You know what time it is. It's been a minute. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for all, just not keeping up with y'all, but we back with another review. And, we're doing the Rent a Girlfriend chapter 218 review.
Facts.
I'm going to call this chapter, this chapter was called, if I look at it, the chapter was called some lame shit like, I don't know, but I'm going to call this chapter The Great Cookening.
Yeah, Cook Genjutsu.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the Girlfriend in Paradise Part 30, but it's called I'm done with girlfriends or something like that. I'm done with girlfriends. Yeah. Like, okay, where to even begin? Should we begin with the fact of like a quick recap of everything that happened, or what you thinking?
Yeah, we'll do that. First of all, first review of 2022. So appreciate y'all being here with us. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, because we missed y'all on both those holidays. Took a little break, took a step back, but we're gonna start pushing these videos out more and more as we go along. But we could start with everything leading up to this point that we missed. 217, good chapter in my opinion. I feel like Mizuhara is finally starting to get those walls down. Not quick enough. And as much as everybody hates Mamie, like I can say this, like thank God for Mamie, because not shit would move in this fucking story without her. I appreciate Mizuhara standing up for herself, but she didn't do it all the way. So, in 217, they start to talk and she's like, oh, well, I'm doing this because you're lying and the lies are starting to hurt a whole lot of people. I'm like, well, yeah, but Mamie's lying too. She's lying about her intentions. She lied about conversations that her and Kazuya have had, and she's lying about her feelings about Kazuya too. So it's like it's a whole lot of lies going on, and it's getting to the point where I'm starting to ask myself, like, even though I like Mami-chan more than Rukia, I'm asking myself, like, why the fuck does it matter so much to you? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like if they're lying, that's cool, but that's them to figure out. So Mizuhara tells her like, yo, just give me more time. And this is all before what happened to 218, obviously, where she confessed. Where he tried to confess to her, and this is the second time she knew what he was gonna say. And instead of trying to work together to figure some kind of fucking plan out, like they're both just going kamikaze dolo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they're both just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. So then this brings me to 218. Not only is this the worst fucking Rent a Girlfriend chapter I've ever read in my life, this might be one of the worst fucking manga chapters I've ever read in my motherfucking life. Like, this shit sucks. I'm not even gonna
it's one of those chapters where I'm like, bro, I want to feel bad for you, but you did this to yourself, my nigga. I have never in my life ever seen somebody put themselves through emotional distress like this. Yeah. I'm talking about straight
emotional damage.
I'm talking about straight like it's like watching your girl get fucked by like this nigga that's like built like Adonis and shit, and it's not happening. It's not happening. None of this shit is happening. Yeah. It's all in his head. He literally self-cucked himself. How do you do that?
Nigga activated.
He activated the cut Genjutsu, bro.
He said,
bro, that nigga got the Mangekyo on deck, bro. But it's not the type of manga. It's not what you was thinking.
Shit,
Nobody reading this chapter could have been prepared for this.
Nobody reading this chapter should feel good that the fact that the main character feels about the female main character this way. Like the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, this is what you think of her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think that she's gonna tell you no and then immediately be in a fucking threesome with two other dudes? Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause if you go to the panel right here, he's like, yo, it's other guys, and it's like, it's the guy that helped do the movie with him, Umi, I think is his name, and then some random guy I've never even fucking seen before. So it's like, you gave these niggas all kinds of personalities and shit. Like, how hard are you thinking about this shit, bro? Like, this is like ridiculous, and it's like, yo, you're supposed to you're getting ready to confess your love for this chick, and she says no, and you think she would go and be this type of girl? Like, that's fucked up.
The issue with this at all, like I can see where he was coming from and thinking like that, because for the longest time he has been comparing himself with other people. It's like, bro, she's like this and she got these people with her, so why would she ever get with me? So obviously getting rejected, he's already thinking like he already doing the I can't say that fucking word, but he's already doing the thing where he's thinking down on himself. Like, so he's always going to compare himself to Umi, because Umi has always been an issue in this like manga. Like, he's always been like, yo, this dude is like here and like he's going to take over and stuff like that. So like getting rejected, by the way, because he didn't even really get rejected. No, she didn't just let him. He didn't even get the words to come out. No. So in technicality, he didn't even still get to confess. But he already feels like he got rejected because she walked away from the conversation. So he's already feeling down. Like, he is a huge fucking misunderstanding. Literally, the biggest misunderstanding possible. And this nigga is like is so distraught about it. And I can't blame him for being distraught, because it's like, and I can't blame him for thinking like that, because like, you know how long it took him to get to this fucking point, and this bitch did it again,
like twice in the same fucking arc. Technically 3 times if you count when they was in the vending machine room and the mom came in. And I'm like, bro, be a fucking grown man. You're 20 years old. How hard is it to be like, Mom, I love you, but give me a fucking minute? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can talk to her. And it's like, to me, it's just like, bro, like I don't, at this point, you like leading up to this, like, there were little nuances and you were looking at like, maybe he really don't care for her all that much, like he's leading himself on to believe, but you believe that there could be something. After this, I don't know if either one of them actually even fucking like each other. Like, I don't see how you can pull, like, because like literally, bro, all she said is like, granted, she knew what the fuck she was trying to say. She probably should have stayed there and listened. Because if you can have a whole fucking 20-minute conversation with mommy outside the elevator, obviously going to talk to the grandma wasn't that fucking important, because you're having a whole fucking conversation here. So I don't want to hear that, oh, well, you know, she had to go because the text message like mommy was getting ready to do it. Like, no. And you could have talked to Kazi about that, or told him, we'll talk about that later. What's the fucking game plan, right? So then she says, hold on. He takes that as a dismissal of his feelings, which is 1000% bullshit, but we know how he gets. And then you do the 2 most dumbest things right back to back. He puts himself in the cut Genjutsu, imagines her with not 1 but 2 other guys, and she's like, hey, and like in the panel it's like, hey, you want to hook up? She's like, yeah, let's do it. And then some random motherfucker we've never seen is like, yeah, count me in. Like, what the fuck? So when I read that, I was like, all right. And then the second thing is he goes to the pool, and you know, he meets up with Ruka, and he's like, you know, still feeling down about it. He's like, you know what, whatever, like, I can move on, I can be happy, like, I tried, da-da-da-da-da. Then he starts thinking, he's like, well, you know what, Mizuhara never really liked me anyway. Rukia was the one that was showing me all the love, and I never even paid her any attention. Like, that's fucked up. I'm gonna give her a chance. And I'm like, dude, she literally just, like, even if she did tell him no, she just told you no like 15 minutes ago, and you already like gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was like, yo, this nigga, like I've defended him, because I'm like, bro, he's getting better. He's this, that, and the third. Like, out of all main characters in any kind of manga I've read, he's the worst. Like,
dog, honestly, like, it. Look, I'm gonna have a contradictory statement to all of that, because I 100% believe he totally in love with this girl. Because I'm looking like, look, bro, here's why I say this. Because I'm looking past, like, because the shock value in the sex and all this that happens in this chapter threw me completely off. But when I looked at it for like the third, fourth time, I really started to really look at the panels and analyze and stuff like that. Everything that he is seeing right now in that world is fucked up because like every single thing he thinks back to is like the very first thing that it starts out with. He imagines like old dude and her kissing, right? But then he calls it back to him and her having that fake kiss.
Right.
So it's like then he sees these girls, he looks at one of the girls' cleavages and stuff like that, and then it goes to a panel of old dude grabbing Mizuhara's chest and stuff like that, and then right after that is a panel of this girl with long hair, and then he recalls another memory with her with long hair, and tying her hair back in a ponytail and stuff like that. So everything it's like everything that he's seeing is bouncing back and forth and stuff like that, and it's like every aspect of her that he like loves and stuff like that, be it physical and just in herself, is being called back to the scene of another dude taking that from him. So right now he again self-cucking, but there's like poetry behind it.
I mean, no, it was 1000% poetry. 1000% undeniable. But like, listen to everything you just said though. Like everything you named, the cleavage, the kiss, the cut genjutsu, the sex, all that happened in that chapter is physical things. So it's like if you only love somebody physically, do you really love them? And that's the question.
Then,
go ahead.
Oh, like, but then it's like I see that point, but then it's like he also have like, but these ain't just like no like physical memory. These are like memories of like him like spending like there was like the time when they both danced together, like learning how to dance. Then he calls back like that smile at the very end was a smile that when he did something great for her, like a smile that he like fell in love with her and stuff like that. But then he's calling back memories where they actually just sat and spent time with each other and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of these aspects. It's like think of it like this: he's seeing other physical attributes of other girls. He looked at another girl's cleavage and thought Mizuhara.
Right.
So it's like it's not just physical at this point. He is so in love with this girl, like personality, physicality, all of that to the point where it's like
I guess what I'm saying is other than the movie, like since the movie, when has he shown it's something other than physical? Because even when she's at the park, he's like, damn, she fine. Damn, her body's sexy. Damn, I want to hit. Damn, I'm cut genjutsu. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, like because now I want to hear what his confession is gonna be, because like you can't come to the table with just
physical attributes.
Yeah, you cannot, bro. Like that shit's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for him to convince her, and it's not gonna work for us readers. So it's like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? And it's like the best character.
And you know what? You right. Like you right, because it kind of pisses me off too, because we have seen all that progression where he went past all that physical shit,
right? And
now we right back at it. And I'm like, if this nigga has to build up all that shit again, because like again, like I mean, he kind of did talk himself down from like he was acting like he didn't like her,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Like dog, like
maybe I didn't like her at all. And then like now he started following like at the very end, I think it went back to like a more spiritual, like emotional aspect with it, because like the last few panels of stuff like that, when then she had like that ecstatic smile on her face and stuff like that, that was like the memories leading up were like just memories of like them spending time with each other. So it's like, but again, it all started from the physical aspect. So it's like it's hard. It's hard to really decipher. Is it just physical attributes he's thinking about right now, or is he like emotionally distraught? And I think it's like a good mix of both, to be honest. Because like ain't no nigga gonna just sit there and cry underwater and low key drown themselves.
Yeah, we didn't even get to that part. Oh my god. I was gonna say that part for last, but oh my goodness. Like, dog. That panel was the most disrespectful thing that an author has done to his audience, and I don't fucking know how long. I'm telling you right now, bro, like that shit, bro, like this nigga's trying to commit a crime on himself, and he literally had the crime on him. Like, who the fuck in whatever office that they do this in was like, yo, this shit was cool. Cause normally shit like that funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hilarious, but I want to see when season 2 come out, how the fuck they gonna animate this scene. That shit, look, I cannot wait for that fucking episode.
I wouldn't even believe how the fuck would they animate this? Like, all of that just happened, bro.
This shit, bro.
I
This
can't
nigga had to cry on him, bro. He had to cry on him.
Bro, this nigga cut Genjutsu, second stage, cry boner, while drowning himself.
He said cut Genjutsu, cry style. Die 1,000 deaths. Like, hell no, bro. Like, I'm sitting up here like, bro, like, this shit happened, like, this chapter, like, all happened within a span, I will say at least 30 minutes apart. You literally came down to the pool and was like, yo, me and that bitch never had anything special. Who am I fooling? I should love Ruka because she pays attention to me. I should just move on. I could be happy. I try. Like, all, like, being negative, like, actually being negative, like, about everything that they've been through. And, you know, that's the first step is denial. So he's in denial. And then you do this to yourself. And it's like, yo, he actually has a problem. Because mommy said, like, even though she was being an asshole when she did it, like at the dinner when she was telling him like how he always like would dry hump her leg and all that crazy shit that he would fucking do, like, this nigga obviously has a problem. Then you had the one scene, like the only other scene that we had like this was when like Mizuhara was like coming over and he got caught beating his meat. Like, she didn't really catch him, but like he was like in the middle like of like doing it, and it's like, yo, this nigga has a problem like with that physical attraction shit, like, which needs to be like fixed. So it's like it's like
a maturity thing. I feel like he just like needs to mature, and like, you know, I really think this is just like another step in maturity for him, because I don't really think he ever put himself out there to get rejected like that.
No.
So it's like, now that he finally, you know, like that's a step everybody got to go through, like that rejection phase, like that phase of getting over rejection, getting over failure, stuff like that. This is like an aspect of that, because it's like he never really actually put himself out there to fail, and the one moment he actually does and it fails, it destroys him. But he has never been through that before, so this is his first time experiencing something. So he confused like a motherfucker. Like,
and I also feel like he wants this shit to fall in his lap though. Like,
yeah,
even if you do say all the right things, like, to me, like outside of the video for the grandma, I don't think he's really earned this.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever since that chapter, like, it's been some bullshit. It's been like, to me, like, the main arc was that movie, and then everything else after this was just filler. Like, this is like, we're in filler hell, even though it's not. This is canon, but I'm just saying, like it's feeling like we're just literally just stacking shit on. And then the worst part of this chapter is too, you get to see the best character in this fucking manga, and he literally gets like 2 lines, and that's fucking Kiba. The nigga is the fucking goat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is the fucking goat, and he's always like saying and doing the right thing or whatever. But that's a whole nother story. This chapter was a fucking disaster. Like, and then what makes it worse, like, if you would have ended the chapter with him just floating, like with the cry boner, that's cool. But then when you do this whole fancy ass artistic page of him crying like in the fucking water, and you just zoom in on it, I'm just like, bro, there's no way. Nigga, like, there's no way. These niggas dying inside and physically. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. 219. All right, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna give this fucking manga a strike next week if this happen. They don't have no strikes for me yet, and Kid know how the fuck I get down. You get 3 strikes. You get 3 fucking strikes with me. And if you cross that shit 3 times, I'm done. I don't give a fuck how great the shit becomes. I will drop this shit so fucking fast. So if these 1 or 2 of these things, I'm gonna give them 3. I'm gonna give them 3 to make it fair. If one of these 3 things don't happen, if not all 3, next week, I'm gonna flip the fuck out because we're taking like the name of this fucking chapter was supposed to be like New Beginnings or some shit. Like that was like the week, and it's like, yo, I hope this
New
isn't
Beginnings,
what the
right.
fuck you meant by this. We gonna be getting more of this, cause if I wanted to watch. If I wanted to watch Kiss X Sis, that's what the fuck that's what the fuck I would be reading right now. You feel what I'm saying? So if he doesn't
That took me up.
if he doesn't fully fucking confess, that's a strike. If she doesn't fully
Stand up for herself.
stand up for herself against me's mommy and call mommy out on her bullshit, because mommy's only doing this because she wants Kazuya too. Like, think about it. She lied.
I thought she just because she's a hateful bitch.
Like, no,
to be
but
honest.
look, and the thing about it is like, go back and read some of the chapters, because I did. Like, there were chapters where we didn't think so much of it because we really thought it was over. But mommy has actually been telling us how she feels on Twitter the entire fucking time. She lies in person, but Twitter, that's why her page is private. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so she's been telling us how she feels the entire time. So she was like, can't believe, like, remember when they had the dinner and she started shit talking Mizuhara after the dinner, and fucking Kazuya defended her and was like, yo, don't talk about her like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, she flipped out today, but she's a good free blah, 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 blah. And then mommy, like, got mad because she was supposed to come back to his apartment. She didn't go. And then she immediately started tweeting. And in person, she was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, cute. And, like, it's cool. Then she got on Twitter and was like, how could he choose her side over mine? Like, and all that stuff like that. And then when they first met on the bridge and they were talking on the bridge, and she's like, well, did you ever really love Kazuya? Like, and then she's like, she got mad. Her little cute attitude flipped. And she was like, yo, mind your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she went home that day and was like, yo, I literally just wanted to date anybody. This is an exact quote. She was like, I wanted to date anybody to replace the feeling of the guy that left her. She said any nigga would have did. Like, she didn't care about Kazuya from the beginning. And she was like, why am I so hung up on him now? That's what she tweeted. You know what I'm saying? She was like, why do I care so much about him now? So then when she went to Kazuya for the first time, she tried to make him feel guilty, because she was like, I don't like liars. How can people lie to the ones that they care about? Like, and it was like, i.e. his family and stuff like that. So she goes to him and she's like, yo, you're like lying to your family. Like, you should feel bad. And Kazuya's like, well, no, like, I actually really, really care about it. That messes with her, because she gets jealous. So then she basically lies to him and gives him, like, to try to get him to talk shit about Mizuhara. Like, well, she doesn't like you. She's just using you, and she wants to be an actor, and she's too pretty, and this, that, and the third. And he's just like, well, even still, I want to be with her. That, like, crushed her here, because she immediately went on a tweet storm again. But then in person, she hides, like, who she is. So when you go back and read those panels of, like, her tweets, like, I started putting it together, and then I was like, okay, so she is just a bitch, but like deep down, it's like the way that she's going, because she doesn't know any other way. She realizes what them two niggas don't, that they already care about each other. So she's trying to come in between before they both realize it. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's the reason why she's asking her, like, well, why wouldn't you go ahead and end this if you already told me you didn't love him? You feel what I'm saying? And then she's going to Kazuya like, well, you're a nice guy. You this, you that, and you stand up for what you believe in, and you've always, like, even when they talked at the pool, she was like, I thought that we were going to end up having that kid that they said they were going to, like, a nickname, which is weird because they only dated for 7 days, but, like, they had that nickname, and she's like,
Japanese people, they get down, bro. So, like,
he was like, we're going to nickname the baby, like, and she did that, but then she goes to Mizuhara, and she's like, he's sex addict, he's only cares about your looks, he's a liar. If he would lie to his family, he would lie to you and do stuff like that. So she's telling both of them two different stories. Like, and I never really paid attention to it. Like, I did, but I didn't. But when you go back and read it, like the whole time, you could be like, okay, bitch, like you doing this because you're upset.
You're jealous.
Yeah,
You're
you
jealous.
like,
you're a hater.
So and the thing about it is, I think that Mizuhara knows too. That's the reason why she asked her, like, did you ever really love him? And then I think that's the reason why Mizuhara asked Kazuya, do you still have feelings for her? Because I need to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that better happen. Mizuhara better be like, okay, well, hold on, bitch. Like, you lying too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Since we talking about lies.
Since everybody want to be, like, confessing the truth and shit like that. Like, let's talk about how you really like this nigga then.
And if those two things don't happen, then the third needs to be that everybody finds out. Cause all these niggas need to split the fuck up for about 20 chapters, maybe 10, 15. I don't know. Maybe 20 is a whole lot.
I think a 4-year time skip or them niggas not fucking with each other is good enough for me.
Yeah. I need to see that.
The way I'm feeling right now, this shit's actively making me upset. Like, look, all I gotta say is, for my final piece about this, you know what? I've seen a lot of things in manga. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. I read all the fucking time. But one of my biggest pet peeves is I hate seeing other men's dick. So the fact that you, in this chapter, made a whole panel with this nigga floating by his dick and put it in my fucking face, we got a fucking problem. So now, what you better do in the next fucking chapter is figure out what the fuck about to happen, and figure out if somebody gonna confess they shit or somebody gonna get fucked up for this. Cause I ain't having this shit no fucking more. I'm about done with this shit. You not gonna show me some dick and think shit sweet in my fucking life. Yeah. Look,
I'm not.
Look, bro.
Yeah.
I was so excited for this chapter. I was like, ooh,
hype. I'm talking about hype. The whole community was hype.
And then, of course, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got spoiled. I was told this was supposed to happen. However, I was like, I don't believe that. That could never happen. And then it happened.
Yep.
You know what it was like reading somebody tell you, like we're gonna see her get fucked, and then we're gonna see this nigga flow in the pool with his dick out. Yeah. And I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Ain't no way that's gonna happen. Then you read this.
I didn't believe it. Like, and I got the spoilers from like the source, and I was like, man, this nigga must have had too much to drink on New Year's. And read this chapter, and I was like, bro, it's probably the worst chapter I've ever read in my life. I like literally, bro. I can't come up with a chapter that's worse than this.
I have never in my life seen some foul shit. I have never been bamboozled like this before.
Like the utmost disrespect, like to like everybody except the nigga that wrote and drew this is disrespected. Kazuya is disrespected for his character development. And
his whole character just got fucking shadowed just now.
And the fact that he had to fucking witness this, and then the fact that
and imagine that, and then look, bro, Mizuhara got disrespected too, cause why you having her get blasted like this by a nigga that don't actually like her?
Right. That's just like I'm talking about. People dress up for her on Halloween and shit, and this is what y'all did to her.
On everything else. If the dick wasn't enough, you give us a whole panel of old dude just beating her back in, dog,
the business.
And giving us the business, and then give us a panel of an old dude whole ass out, bro.
That was my thing too. I was like, bro,
I said you, bro.
Bro,
next chapter better come
this
up
shit
with
better
this,
be
bro.
flames, bro. That's all I know, bro. You literally could have just did this. You literally could have had the panel where he was like thinking about, oh no, I don't care, blah blah blah, and then you could have had him envision them two at the movie review, how he was envisioning it there, and they could have held hands, or he could have leaned in and kissed her. That shit could have been God. 3 fucking panels.
So simple.
Right. That shit could have been 3 panels. We could have moved the fuck on. But this shit, boy, oh man, we got a whole fucking bang bus. Like, we got a whole fucking bang bus scene. Like this is wild. Like, I literally was sitting up there. I had to check and see if this wasn't South Korea putting this motherfucking article, this manga out.
We done. We done.
I said, wait a minute. I think we got the wrong country, because this shit.
Because this ain't the wholesome series I was believing.
Right, I was saying, yo, this ain't the wholesome series. I know, bro. No.
I can't even talk about this shit no more. This shit got me aggravated.
Hell no, man. Look, I tell you right now, before I stop this video, negative 10 out of 10. The shot was ass. If you think a 2-pack of ass, I'm here to double the fuck down.
Hear me good. I'm here to double down. This was garbage. This
was garbage.
Like the message, beautiful.
Right.
All how you conveyed it, garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. Moving on.
Everybody got disrespected. Yeah, we gonna move on from that. Next week you better come with that fire. I'm not playing.
If you ever show me another nigga ass ever again like that, I will hurt, bro.
I'm telling you.
I will do things.
All right, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm Luke Ainsworth TN. That's KiddxStar. We out of here. We got more manga reviews coming. We're gonna be consistent, man. We're gonna be consistent. If y'all got anything y'all want us to talk about, let us know. I don't care if it's new, old, whatever. Put it in the comments down below on Kids page, my page. We see it. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Same names for both of us, and we'll catch y'all later.
Deuces.